forgot you were going to read that out, actually. That was like my copy. That's what like, I write to theatre to sell the gig. So yeah, that's nice. I'll live up to that now. Hi everyone, my name is John Paul. You can call me Professor. This is a performance lecture about intersectionality. And I'm going to kick off straight away. I'm going to start right away with an image of intersectionality, for those of you who might not know what that means. If you can imagine that this is the direction I'm facing, this is the direction I'm facing, this is where I want to go. I've been waiting to be up here, going in this direction, all bloody day. So now I'm here, and this is the direction of my desire. So excited. But to the left of me, as I'm going in this way, I hear the word faggot. I have to, excuse me, would you mind? I'm just going to quickly do a thing. Hi, no, I'm back. Where was I? Right, intersectionality. So I'm here with intersectionality, and then I hear the word, I don't know, peasant. Side. Yes, come from the other side, and hold on 1 second, I just need to go and address this thing that's happening over here. I promise I'll be back. And fuck you too. I'm back now. Sorry about that, a little interruption. I've dealt with that. That don't fit. That don't fit in there. Okay. Anyway, I'll hold it. But I'm back in the room, right? Technical difficulties, homophobia, and classism. But I'm back in the room. But am I back in the room? How much of me is back in the room? There's business going on. And I really hope nothing else happens. So I'm really going to stay and watch the rest of it. And then behind me, something else will happen. Now, trigger warning. It rhymes with trigger. What they used to call me at school, nigger lips, happens behind me. And I'm not sure whether I have the time to look and sort that out, because I'm not sure when I come back whether you will still be here. My version of intersectionality is how free are we to move in the direction we want, with the speed we want to move, and how fast can we get what we want without being interrupted, detained, questioned. Bearing that in mind, my first poem for this performance lecture is called Busy Day at the Intersection. Settle down, Professor has entered the room. Shut up. I'm going to play the same thing out in a couple of different ways, see how each one plays out. The same theme, those recurring themes, shouting in the echo chamber. There's a danger I might offend, so I'm coming in all sides. Queer, race, class, sexuality, maybe professional suicide. I'll be stating my aims, making them clear. Let you decide about this professor's version of intersectionality. Right? So, cover your ears, those prone to offence. Because shit, I am a bitch. I don't sit on no fence. I've got an itch, and every day mosquitoes sting. Look, you don't quite get love, not quite sticks and stones, more like splinters, cold and constant. Like a Swedish winter. It's getting down low in the mess and the muck of, you know what? I no longer give two flying. Anyway, so let me bring in an A game. No bullshit, no shame. Sisters, brothers, all these in between. I hope you dig it. So intersectionality. Say that again, straight boy. Say that again, rich boy. I'm right here and to my face. So now you want to do race. Are you for real? What do you feel when you say those words, brother? Is it fear? Or is it just good old-fashioned hate? Oh, come on then. I'll give you all of that hate. But get your story straight. And from the Cape Township, my great granddaddy was a slave, so rape and hate are part of my genealogy. So it's kaffa, if you please. Get it right. Do your homework, brother. Sort out your epistemology. Think outside of your philosophically white cult before you deliver an insult that was culturally meant for another. Oh, say it again. Remind me how much you fear. Call me queer one more time, white boy. Say it. Say it again until you learn that it's making you weak. It only makes me stronger because it ain't your turn to speak. Not any longer. Sorry about all that. So, intersectionality, different identities. But none calls for fragility. Plenty of affect provoked when you're consistently described as a defect. Shade rates fear anxiety on the intersection of woke, the bypass of class and race, the crossroads of sex and gender, where my academic ass meets his face so he can kiss it. This is a lecture at Professor Bender. And what happens when all the lights go green and all battles fall at the same time? When you're tired of fighting sexism on the floor while racism flashes up on your screen, homophobic brothers are ganging up on you and right-wing homos are knocking on your door? Are you tired of not bringing all of you to the party? When you have to be one of you at home just so as not to make someone feel, I don't know, uncomfortable. Bring it to the party, bring it all to the party, and this will be a party, or it will not be at all. Sisters and brothers, turn all your lights green and let yourselves be seen. With your soul and your spirit, your gut and law, your brain and groin, let your chakras speak and endorphins sing while revolution ovulates, history spin and struggle ejaculates conception of the everyday divine, the goddess of rhythm and the gods of rhyme, the music of the cells, the molecular dance of past, forming present, vibrational trance. In your speculations, make you speak your futures, and in your fictions, make the past be your tutor. May you be present in your predictions. Sisters and brothers, those in between, this is the Mixed Race Mixtape. So the first, this album, the Mixed Race Mixtape, is a kind of sarcastic attempt to do a research report at a university, because I wanted the oral to come forward rather than the written. And the first track that I wrote, the first poem that I wrote, when I decided to deal with the notion of race, which, to be frank, coming from London, never had to deal with it. Like, I was just part of the soup, the cosmopolitan racial soup, and it's only when I came to Sweden I became brown, and believe it or not, I'm the blackest thing in my department. I ain't even that brown, brother. So the first one I wrote, I decided my way in to this concept, my mother's from South Africa, right? Was through the idea of fetish. So this one is called White Boy Bubblegum. And it explains, the first verse explains what it was like me being only brown boy at school. There was another black kid at school, right? It was a very posh school. But he was a fucking prince. Like prince of somewhere or other. There was another gay guy at school, but his dad was CEO of an oil company. So I was working class, so being a brown and queer, yeah, I was fucked, basically. Anyway, this one is about school. White boy bubblegum. Wished I was thicker skinned, thinner lipped. Milk daddy sipped from mummy's coffee cup. Al iPod, mongrel, mixed breed pup. This was a race I was never going to win. Attached to only half my face, one single shot in a sea of milk, espresso frizz amid straight vanilla silk. You said there was no place for me in your privilege, your pure line heritage. I was that coffee-coloured stain on your pretty pink territory. So I smothered all the pain, because this place just stinks of history. Like fighting to blend in, against all them slights you kept sending. But now that I'm older, my shade is getting bolder. Stronger than the sun while you glow in the dark. I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna spark. You will reflect my light. Respect this curve, my word, and watch these colors unfurl. Right, normally I would do this to a track, but writing this performance lecture for Sweden, I had to create very fast-paced tracks so that people couldn't actually hear what I was saying and say that, and then on to the next thing. So it's a kind of fugitive practice of spoken word. And occasionally, now and again, I like to slow it down and do them a cappella so that I actually hear what I'm actually saying. And I go, did I just say that? But anyway, so School for the White Boys, where I'm the only brown boy, no brown Superman, no brown Jesus, no brown James Bond. And I've got nothing against white people. Some of my best friends are white people. I listen to a lot of white music, which is actually black. White music. And look, I don't just like white people. I love white people. Like I love white people. Like I'm really into white people. Nothing creepy. Like I would like to touch your hair, but nothing creepy. Because I like my boys when they're smooth. I go Godzilla and make my move. Chew them up like bubblegum. Peppermint, fresh off the stalk. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, till they just can't walk. And if I can't be like you, won't wear bubblegum. I'm gonna pop, pop, pop. Yeah, till all your flavor's gone. Make you feel just right, even though you know it's wrong. Chew you up, spit you out till next boy come along. Because you made me this butch. You made me this bitch. I wanted to be like you, white boy, but now I don't want to switch. I'm having too much fun with that pretty pink bum. I'm going to colonize, terrorize, till all the racist lies that you've been fed about my brothers get flopped out of your head. Got all my sisters in the chorus when I throw you on that bed. Hell yeah, they sing. You make his whole thing. White boy bubblegum, you be my thing. Anyway, right, so this professor walks into a bar and he's working on his new poem, White Boy Bubblegum, and I'm working on the last verse of White Boy Bubblegum. I sit down, and I'm like writing out and thinking, this poetry thing, my PhD, my professor, but this queer poetry, like this could be a career. Could it? I'm not sure. Anyway, there's three guys sat opposite me, and they're kind of interested, and then this guy says, here mate, what you writing so diligently in your notebook? We're just like, sorry to interrupt, you look really like intense. So, I'm a professor, I have a PhD, and I'm just thinking about the next step in my career. And he says, queer? Fucking queers. Fucking hate queers. Like, oh, okay. What about you? And guy number two looks at me and says, well, you've got a PhD, I've got an MA. And oh, right, in what? Yeah, an MA in being a cunt. Oh. And then he says, yeah, being a cunt to women. Oh. And I turn to guy number three, who's a brown fellow, and I say, what's up, my man? What's your deal? And he went, well, I'm the black one, innit? Okay. Guy number one says to me, so give us one of your poems then. Give us one. I was like, nah, I don't know, I'm not sure. And my brown fellow, my brother says, well, you would come to women, you hate queers. Most likely that's all his material, isn't it? Thank you, you've read me well, brother. And this guy persists. So I say, white boy, your booty is so bouncy like a trampoline. Gonna go old school. Slap on some vaseline. Papi gonna tattoo with his woody, one night I love you in your white boy pussy. Get tabooed and breeded with this mixed blood seed. Maybe voodoo tree in your tummy, hung with strange fruit. Maybe history's juice on that tongue. See it's yummy sweating there in your birthday suit. Because now that you're naked, you can't fake it. There's no escaping voodoo daddy because how they look now. Because you stole all my gold and all of my riches, and now you used to be one of my straight right hand boy bitches. White boy. Is that the time? Nice to meet you, fellas. Bye. Always have a poem in your pocket, innit? Just to counteract my working class queer fierceness, I want to bring it down a little to try to understand within intersectionality where power hits and where power might hit different places depending on an identity that's being attacked. Is it rage? Is it anxiety? Is it fear? Or is it shame? And when I try to understand how homophobia works, the weapons of homophobia attack the place from which one hopes to love. So this next poem is called The Inner Sissy Blues. Sissy boy, princess in disguise, playing straight to hide from the hate. He's dying inside. So wise, but wasting away, skin and bone thin from the lies he's been fed. That is love, is sin. Poor little sissy boy, singing the inner sissy blues. His joys are strange, his affections are afflictions, infectious. Predilections that could be contagious, more dangerous than boys addicted to violence who punch him to silence with, don't be that, shouldn't be that. Straight is right. Hate will be the game if you don't give up your fight. Oh, sissy boy, you've got it wrong. No one wants to hear your song. So the teachers, and the preachers, and the parents, and the neighbors, the antidepressants, the dictators, the men's magazines, the friends in the canteen of every classroom cinema curricula. Same thing. Play dead, sissy, keep it out of sight. Leave it unsaid, choose right, leave them blues aside. Have that smile, push up your gate. Abdicate your right to have your own say. Leave those inner sissy blues unsung. Leave those inner sissy blues unsung. And his clothes started saying it, and his room started smelling of it. His bathroom, bedtime toys started yelling it. Claustrophobic, the itch was in his bones, words sewn on his skin, words stitched in spit like a homophobic sting from the day he knew. And that's when the inner sissy blues begun. Blues in his lungs, blues, blue hate under those tiny little feet, the feet that might break from the weight of walking straight down that straight street. His inner sissy blues, unsung. Don't be that, shouldn't be that. Straight is right. Hate will be the game if you don't give up your fight. Oh, sissy boy, you've got it wrong. Play dead, sissy, keep it out of sight. Leave it unsaid, choose right. Leave them blues aside. Hide that smile, push up your gate. Abdicate your right, have your own say. Leave those inner sissy blues unsung. So he put his inner sissy in a 9-story tower, far, far away, where no one would feel his power, his brightness, his loco, the gloriously gay grace of his cocoa symphonic face. His queer song, the harmonically righteous wrong of what he wants to say, the black and the blue of his queer melody. The truth that there were no prince coming along, no heir to some white crown to mince up the long blonde hair that were not his to let down. Just an afro growing out and flowing round until it filled the room with frizz. Choking in the boom of his mixed race microphone, that smoking gay fro with no space to grow. To the strength of his curl broke the walls to that world, and the extent of his feeling smote the ceiling. And that ceiling came crashing down on his head in a shower of dead, straight, rich, white names and nouns, and he knew that his gay fro was his unseen crown. And he looked up into the sky, and he sang. Free, brown, crown of curls, smile as big as the world. Inner sissy, be free to be seen. Boy, you ain't no princess. Boy, you're a queen. So reign, free, brown, crown of curls, smile as big as the world. Alright, so the next one I'm going to do a cappella, and I might have to be a little louder than I would normally do because of the ambience. This one is called The Pass, and I can pass occasionally. I can pass it straight occasionally if I put my mind to it. What are you laughing at? I can pass for white-ish. I put my mind to it. One of my best passing performances has been the performance of Being a Man, which I learned very early on how to choreograph myself as a man who was not get a shit kicked out of me. That's one of the most consistent performances I've performed. What you need to know about this poem is that I went to a very posh school, immigrant parents, posh school, lawyer, doctor, and then I went to study mine. Sorry, immigrant parents. We lived in South London, working class, and then I went to very posh school, and then I came to Sweden. So that's what you need to know about this. And emotional passing. Here we go. Press play. Did I fall in with my beautiful vocabulary? Did I pass with my cut glass accent, this mask of class? All that time spent playing with those dead men in his library, hell-bent on slaying his 1% marks. Yeah, so me, trouble agent, double O-bender, mullet professor, main contender in this combat that he calls a race. Or I surpass expectations because I'm just faking. I'm just making it up. I'm passing all his dead white man examinations. Because I'm playing both sides. My butt split by the fence. Test two places at the same time. It's hard, but it's the best defense. So I play the diversity card. Only one on my deck. A real diversion tactic to get me in deep up to my neck. Stretch thin, stay elastic between night and day and black and white, because I'm going to keep that rich like tight and make him pay. Because my mother, how much did it cost her to put me, the imposter, through that top class schooling that saw me come in last? You will be fooled with my AAA grades. My future was already made. So it's not surprising that it looked like I was rising when I was always sinking. What was she thinking? Was I her sleeper cell? Her brown boy Nikita? Was she training a critiquer that she weren't ever allowed to be, who'd wake his feminine fire someday and make the equation that black desire is unsolvable, a mission impossible? I was a viral queer boy flower to infiltrate the powers of denial, the slave-built cathedral spirals of the righteous minds, and deviate the ideology of discriminatory biology through racist, illogical methodology. My friends, are we ever going to leave this colony? Was this a pass you slaved to give me? To play a game that was rigged? That fighting chance? A dream well past its sell by date? I was designed to be his butler and do him a soft shoe dance. I will serve him a cold plate of my gender trouble. Rewind. My mother played me Beethoven when I would have chosen the blues. She made me sing hymns of the wrong hue when it was the spiritual I wanted to bring. I needed soul. I needed Negro jazz. I got feeded Eurovision pizzazz. And she painted my always light, trying to make me write John Paul, the great neo-white hope in this new world, where I was to be her Sartre, her Gaultier, her Pope, and climb that social rope and not be cast in coloured stone, typecast in plays, cast the bottom, forgotten, unconscious slave, alone. Because it was social mobility at the heart of the teaching. But it was only Motown that mobilized me and got me reaching to the bottom. Because I didn't want to rise. I wanted to be down. Since I knew what it felt like to be tread on, so now I thank her for the weapons she gave me from the master's house. And yes, the master's house will be brought down with the tools the master gave us to build it from. Yes, his house will come down. And then that Cape Town summer came along, in the township, with my mother, leaving her skinny white music behind in cold South London, and let me dance to the lush tones and fleshy embrace of African soul and body and bone. A gliding contiguity of falling autumn skins getting down low in the funky fluid that finds the lowest place to go. Glutinous hues sticking to each other in the prick of the heat, or the township mothers moving to that mucky, mutinous beat. Fast forward. I've been wearing ideological shades against racial brightness prescribed by Dr. Everything Would Be Alright to adjust my sight, give me Eurovision. I confess I gave my eyes some relief, one pass at a time. And only in moments of truth days, booze hazed high, with those protective scales fall away, so I could see how uniformly brown I was in the light of the day. And that stung my eyes. The part that I was ignoring in the mirror, that rum-coloured kid. Sleep slipped them back over like colourblind lids. And when I awoke, I was in a Scandinavia of unspoke, no race, washed over me like a tide. My cover blown, no place to hide, my inks splashing all out of the place. And here I was finally woke to the spectrum of my face. Stop the tape. It's like a visual rape to suddenly see what you've been trying to avoid. Is this real? Or is this all semi-real? The film that we've been played from birth with its white heroes and zeroed Negroes. This is the deal. We have been played from the first. That film was flawed. Stop the tape. Tell your story. Press record. Thank you for keeping concentrated and not the white noise. But I'm just a general pop-up. Thank you. I can see you working with me to stay focused and help me. This is the last one, and so I when Me Too went viral, after maybe a decade of it being a black woman's work, when the white ladies made it viral, I saw a group of men about to catch a train, and I walked past them and I heard they were going on a retreat somewhere in the country. I was like, oh, where are you going? And they went, oh, we're going on a men's retreat. And I went, oh, great, what will you do? And he said, well, we're going to look deep into each other's eyes and just really remind ourselves of our masculinity and the space without women. It's like a safe space, right? But yeah, we need a safe space. Okay, yeah. Wow, women are scary. They're not scary, it's like you can't make a joke anymore. I know, it fucking sucks, doesn't it? I know, like all this is so me too. I know, right? What about you? It's like, yeah, exactly, what about us? Dickhead. And he was going on, and so essentially they needed to reaffirm themselves. And I said to him, you should have a cause. You need a cause, you need a hashtag. You should make one up, like, what? Men to, him to, yeah, that would fucking spark off, brother. You should do that. And then off and start organising them. This poem is to them, but equally, like 8 years later, it could be towards like white pride, straight pride, White History Month, All Lives Matter. Whoever's got a problem with the Black Little Mermaid. Like biologically, it would not be possible. It's a fucking mermaid. Jesus Christ. What's biologically possible? Anyway, no. This is for them. And this is structured like a roast. You like a roast? Yeah. So I'm reading a brother for filth. There we go. Just so you get a sense of what I'm about to do. This is for water. I also need to channel my inner chav. You won't know what chav is. You'll find out in a second. So I'll channel her. Done. Yeah, brother. There's no video. No, but we go to brother. Yeah, so I skipped one. Right. Start from the beginning. You ain't got no cause to be crying, boy. Shit, quit your aspiring. You had it easy. You'll come along, princess, and appease you so delicate. Boy, you subject without a predicate. Like a whole lot of what, we're not a sign of the who. Man up, get a clue, dial it down, lose that crown. This old man thing be coming down round your ears after all them years now fools go from. Your voice drowning me out. I can't hear my head think. Your assumes are too loud. All that man cloud. I'm bored of you man spinning business. Get on board with some systems, my queerness, my tendency to veer off script. Get off your man trip before the only jump left you is the fucking sperm bank. Get off your trip before we make you off the plank. Throw you to the sharks. You ain't got no problem cause. Shit, quit whining. You had the best of it. You slapstick, slipped up clown, man down. I think you forgot your lines. You will run out of time. And now you can play with some made-up fragility, like suddenly you found some sensitivity and identity. Tables being turned, some folk have learned. Game changes coming your way every day. You don't get to have a cause, you got to earn it. Script being flipped, shut it, because now you heard it. You no longer legit. And I'm trying to love you, brother. You've got flaws, motherfucker. You're back as real as Santa Claus. So now you want to cause your own man agenda. You suddenly realize you two have a gender when all you had before was your sex. What was between your legs, making up what was between your ears. Let something in rather than jutting it all out and cutting my space all up my face. Ain't nothing noble about your made up cause. You were fake, you were show, you just wanted the applause. I'm afraid to say your performance was lame, your scores was low, rather you did not pass the test of time. You came in last in this game show where the prizes you saw were about being the best. It ain't about that, brother. It's about the collaborate. Pest. And don't be so disingenuous like you have no feeling that there is a glass ceiling well past itself by date. Your logic is tenuous, it's ontologically revealing, and that ceiling's gonna crack from under your weight. Because I've been looking up at the soles of your feet so long, you so strong, but full of holes, pathologically concealing that you've been a cheat. And you ain't played fair, brother. We are a matrix. You're just a line, going nowhere. That's the basics. Oh, pucker up, I know this don't taste nice. Sorry your man toothpaste won't cleanse this advice. Fucker, your cause ain't being clean. Now your goal is starting to droop. You found a loophole to your laws, a key to your doors. Now look who's the dupe. And you tell me you're a postman. Well, the postman always wins twice. I didn't believe you the first 2 times. You're lucky enough to make it thrice. Third time lucky. Rewrite your lines, because you cried wolf too many times, pretending to be soft. All over my eyes. Knocking on my door, trying to get into my house, trying to blow it down with a huff puff little man. This little piggy the one that stayed at home in this building can see you coming, and he ain't believing. And I may be a fairy, but I ain't after your teeth. But there's something deeper. And though I'm wary of what's underneath that thick skin, brother, I want him. Thank you, everyone.